Hey guys, LQ here with the LQ Review, and I'm back with another MCU trailer reaction. So what I'm doing is I'm going back and reacting to all the trailers from all the MCU movies leading up to Avengers Endgame. And, I've already done Phase 1, jumping into Phase 2 now, with Iron Man 3. Now, what's funny about the Iron Man movies is I love the Iron Man character. He's so important to the MCU. He was great, obviously great in Captain America Civil War, Spider Man Homecoming, such a huge part of Infinity War and, the Avengers movies. But I haven't loved his movies. I have not loved the Iron Man movies. The first one was great. Second one, didn't care for it so much. Third one, I was really let down by it. So, it's I can't say that any of the MCU movies are bad, except for maybe Thor: The Dark World. I didn't like Thor: The Dark World, but when you compare Iron Man 2 and Iron Man 3 to the other MCU movies, they're just bottom tier MCU movies, and that's really unfortunate because the character is so great and the character is so important. But that's the way I feel about Iron Man 2 and 3. But let's go ahead and watch the trailer and kind of refresh our memories on this movie a little bit as we're just 2 weeks away from Avengers Endgame. Let me check my volume here real fast. All right, let's check this trailer out.
Got a lot of apologies to make.
There's good stuff in this movie, though. The whole extremist idea, the virus idea
Nothing's been the same since New York.
was great.
You experience things, and then they're over.
Him dealing with PTSD,
I can't sleep.
wonderful.
And when I do, I have nightmares. Honestly, there's 100 people who want to kill me. I hope I can protect the one thing I can't live without. Ladies, children, sheep. Some people call me a terrorist. I consider myself a teacher.
He was so good in this movie.
Lesson number 1. Heroes. There is no such thing.
Iron Man 3. I mean, Shane Black, I don't know, he's such a great director, but he made one of the worst MCU movies. He made the worst Predator movie. I mean, I don't know. So there's a lot to like in this movie. There really was. But the bait and switch was just horrible. The fake version of the Mandarin that they gave us in this movie that ended up being fake, that was the version of the Mandarin everybody wanted to see. That was the version I wanted to see, and it was wonderful. It was wonderful when you thought it was real, when you thought that was actually the villain. Then they pulled the bait and switch, and they brought in Killian, and it just didn't work because then they took the version that we wanted to see away from us and gave us a version that we didn't care about. So I don't know. Like I said, I can't call it a bad movie because it's not a bad movie, but it is one of the weaker MCU movies, and so that's unfortunate, especially since it's at this point it's Iron Man's last movie, his last solo movie. I would love to see them bring in the real Mandarin. They kind of teased that in one of the MCU shorts, and I'd love to see that. I hope that they expand on that idea. But Iron Man 3 was one of the weaker MCU movies for me. Like I said, a lot to like. I loved the whole idea of Tony having PTSD. bringing in the kid though. Shane Black has a thing about kids who work in their garage and have you know technological smarts that most adults don't. We saw that in Iron Man 3. We saw that in the Predator. I don't know. So, yeah, just I didn't dig this nearly as much as most MCU movies. So, what did you think about Iron Man 3 though? Maybe you'd love Iron Man 3. Let me know in the comments down below. And thank you for being here at the LQ Review, where we talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that we love to talk about. Avengers Endgame, 2 weeks from today. Can't wait. All right, guys. Until next time, thanks a lot.